God's presence is even over his mercy. Law, expectation of how we behave, the mercy, the forgiveness of those sins, and his presence, because the most valuable thing that we have in the entire universe is not God's forgiveness, but his presence on account of his forgiveness. Because what did Adam and Eve lose? They lost the intimacy with God. There were no cherubim in the garden. As a matter of fact, it's been suggested by some that the Nachash that was in the garden, the serpent, was actually not Hallel, wasn't Lucifer himself. It was another fallen being, and it was a seraph. But I won't go into that. Whether it was true or not, it really doesn't matter. But there were no cherubs associated with man in his perfect state. The glory of God didn't need to be guarded. All throughout the Old Covenant, you see cherubim. You come to the New Covenant, the cherubs are no longer necessary for that particular function. They've been able to move on to something else because the glory of God no longer needs to be protected. It is now being given liberally. It is being given, and that's the only time you'll ever hear me use the word liberal in a positive sense. It's being given liberally to anybody who asks. How shall we be saved? Believe on the Lord Yeshua the Messiah, you will be saved. If we confess with our mouths Yeshua is Lord, and we believe in our hearts that God raised him from the dead, you will be saved. You will be filled with the very presence of God, which came after his mercy, which came after the commandments. And oh, by the way, the mercy and the commandments come with that. And that is why we are now the tabernacle, which is even more valuable than the Mishkan that was in the desert that took all of this offering and everything else in order to make.